What's going on, friends, family? Welcome back to the channel. Apologies on the lateness, but again, welcome back to the Carolina Zone channel. If you're new to the channel, on this channel, we help entrepreneurs and business owners get access to business and personal funding using a simple 5-step process. So, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and we greatly appreciate all the support. Also, if you want to learn how to build business credit, how to get access to funding for your business, and you want to rock with us, the CBCA network, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss our weekly live streams every week at 8 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate you, family, for tapping in. As you guys come in, let me know exactly where you're tapping in from. Again, for those of you who are new to the channel, or if you're new to building business credit, make sure you head over to 80paydexcheatsheet.com where you can get your access to your free business credit cheat sheet. It's going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to start building business credit in the next 60 days. All right. Man, who all signed up for the masterclass? Type of one in the chat if you got registered for the one-day masterclass going on this Saturday. Oh man, what's going on, Lambo Drew? What's happening, man? Appreciate you with the um the giveaway, man. So we're gonna do some giveaways tonight, man. We're gonna give away two tickets to the masterclass. It's Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure y'all tap in. You know we're gonna rock. We're gonna have a good time. I got a good surprise for everybody in attendance. So you definitely don't want to miss this weekend. Also, if you want to join the live stream, man, I put the link in the chat. We're not gonna have a long live stream tonight, man. We got a great topic tonight, man. So here's what I want to know, man, in the chat. You guys tell me in the chat below. Have you ever heard of or have you been scammed building business credit? I want to be specific. If you feel you got scammed from business credit, so when I mean it could be in any form, whether they took money from you, they didn't do what they said they were going to do. I'm just curious. I want to know, have you heard of or have you experienced yourself a person who was scamming business credit, business funding services? I'm just curious. Type in the chat. Type a one in the chat for me, family. We're gonna have some fun tonight, man. We're gonna get into some good stuff. Okay, sis. No problem at all, man. But yeah, as you guys come into the stream, let me know exactly where you tapping in from, what city, what state. Dallas, Texas in the building. Miss Ivorine is in the building. What's going on? Okay, so I see some ones in the chat. Some people say that they have been scammed or heard of someone being scammed. Okay. I'm watching the chat. All right. So Pennsylvania's in the building. All right. So let's get into it, family. Let's kind of talk about this tonight, man. Let's talk about scams, right? And here's why I wanted to do this topic, right? I actually had a different topic. I actually was going to touch on my personal credit journey. But I want to say that for this weekend's masterclass, and I also feel like this topic is a little more important, right? I'm seeing this a lot. I'm seeing this more and more on Instagram, more and more in the Facebook group community. Just more and more in general, people are skeptical or saying that they've been scammed or this person's a scam about getting funding or obtaining capital, right? And so here's the problem. I'm seeing that a lot of people, right? And this is no judgment, no shade, right? But a lot of people are looking for the easiest path to funding, right? Meaning they'll pay $5K if you promise to deliver them $1 million in business funding without them using their social security number, right? They will pay $1,500 for a course that promises to help them learn how to get $250 funding in the next 30 days, right? Or just all of the promises that people make, man. So here's the problem. When we're talking about business credit, right? There's two different rams to business credit, okay? And so that's what I want to kind of just touch on, because a lot of you guys who've been subscribed to this channel, if you've been rocking with me since the beginning, you know that we teach you the 5 steps on how to build business credit, right? So step number 1, you want to form your business, whether that's an S corp, C corp, LLC, right? It really doesn't matter. All 3 of those entities are going to open you up to business funding. So step number 1, you form the business. Step number 2, you want to make sure that your business is bank compliant. Okay, you want to get a business email, business website, phone number. Make sure you have a business address that's not a P.O. box or a UPS store box. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 in our process, step number 3 is you want to make sure that you list your business. So you want to list your business on Google. You want to list your business on Yelp. You want to list your business on YP.com, yellowpages.com, 411.info. Now, for those of you that signed up and registered for the masterclass, we're going to give you some other ways to list your business, right? And we're not going to get into those tonight, only because it's a long list and it could take a long time to kind of go through those, right? But maybe next week's live stream we can touch on that. All right, but so step number 3, list the business. Step number 4, you want to make sure that you set up small trade lines, okay? Small trade lines. Now, here's the problem. Most people think when they open up a net 30 account, they're building business credit, and they actually are. You are building your business credit profile. But you have to understand that vendor credit, right, store credit is not necessarily the end goal. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Vendor credit and store credit, when it comes to getting access to business credit, right, net 30s, net 14s, gas cards, things like that. Vendor credit is not necessarily the end goal. The end goal should be to get a business credit profile established, right? So 3 to 4 trade lines on all 3 business bureaus. And then from there, we want to move on to step 5. Step 5, the last step in our process, is where we actually reach out to local banks and credit unions, okay? Now, at this point, we're establishing relationships with these banks, right? Because we know that we want to get funding from these banks, right? Whether that's a line of credit, a business line of credit, business credit card at 0% interest, business term loan, vehicle loan, equipment loans, whatever the case may be, right? Whatever type of funding we're looking for, we want to make sure that we reach out to small banks, local banks, community banks, credit unions, right? Community development financial institutions, also known as CDFIs. And we teach you guys at the masterclass some other ways to find banks, right? Because you can literally just Google and type in Google top SBA lenders list, right? Top SBA lenders list, and you can basically find banks in your local area, your state, your city that are actively lending in your area. Okay, so when we talk about people getting scammed for business credit services, business credit, building business credit, one of the things you have to keep in mind is that when you're on your business credit journey, it is just that. It is a business credit journey. You can't skip steps, right? If you don't have a website and you try to get $100,000 from TD Bank, it could go left. If you're trying to get SBA funding, right? One of the things that SBA does is immediately, as soon as you hit submit on your application, right, whether it's the EIDL or the PPP, they will go and check your social media, your website. So if you don't have any of that set up, and the person that you're working with is not advising you to do so, you have to kind of step back and take a step back and question who this person is. What is their track record? How long have they been doing this, right? And so there's some due diligence that needs to be done on both sides, right? Because not every business credit service may suit your needs, right? If you're looking for, let's say, a $20,000 business credit card as your first business credit card, you could probably Google and go on YouTube, check out my channel, Credit Plug, or any other channel, and figure out how to get that first business credit card approval. I mean, that's not, you know, um, hard to get some information on. Now, what you have to really understand, right? And I'm talking about if you're just checking this out, if you're just subscribing in, you want to make sure we're talking about, is business credit a scam, right? Because here's the thing: when we're talking about somebody getting scammed, um, you have to kind of look at the role that you play. Now, I'm not saying that people don't scam people every day, and there's a ton of crooked people in the space, right? But what I find more so than not is that people have unrealistic expectations of the person that they're working with. Okay. I'm gonna say that again. What I find more often than not is that people have unrealistic expectations for the people that they choose to work with. Okay. Right. Um, you want this person to eliminate all of your negative items off your credit report. You want this person to help you get $100,000 business lines of credit. And you've never even built out your personal credit profile, right? Your highest credit card limit is maybe $3,000. You max out all your cards. You had some late payments, some collections, child support, whatever. But you're expecting this person to help you get, $1 million in business credit without using your social. When in actuality, you probably need to go back and clean up your personal credit, right? We can't get around the personal credit, family. I say this every week. We do teach how to build a business credit profile, but at the same time, step 5 and the end and all be all, the end goal of this whole process, this 5-step process, is to make sure that we are reaching out to local banks and credit unions, right? So you can do this pretty easily. You can go to Google, type in top SBA lenders, and then your state, right? For me, it would be top SBA lenders, North Carolina. If you're in South Carolina, Virginia, the same. You have to really take a step back and simplify this thing, family. That's why we're here. That's why the channel exists, right? So make sure you guys are sharing this out. Make sure you're hitting the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience. And just understand that, when we're talking about this business credit a scam, you have to understand what your goals are. What is your goal? Is it to get your first business credit card? Is it to get your first business line of credit? Are you looking for more financing for Turo, right? A lot of banks don't really lend to businesses that are in the Turo space, right? So if you're trying to get a vehicle loan and put the car on Turo and then it gets repossessed, is what I'm hearing a lot of people saying. Is that really a scam? Did that person really scam you, or were you just not informed on how to actually obtain funding for what you're trying to do? Okay. Um, it really just boils down to your goals, right? You really have to structure this thing out from a long-term perspective, right? If you go back and look at the vlog we just put out this week, right? You have to play chess. You have to play chess. When you're talking about getting $250,000 in funding for your business, for every business that you own, there's some strategy that comes along with that. It's a lot of strategy involved. Okay. You have to really be mindful of what your goals are and work with someone that can help you get to your goals, right? Whether it's me, whether it's my guy Josh, whoever it is that you plan to work with, you need to come in with a game plan and see if that person can help you execute that game plan. Because oftentimes what I see when people reach out to me specifically, right, they just looky loos, right? They're just group hoppers. They go from my Facebook group to the next person's Facebook group. They never offer value. They never say, hey, this is where I'm at. What can I do differently? They never gain insight. They just want the quick hack. How do I get the Navy Federal hack? How do I get the this credit union hack? Hacks don't necessarily equal funding. Um, you have to realize that, family. When we're trying to get a $250,000 in funding, right, we may need to have a $10, $15, $20,000 limit on the personal credit card. We may need to have a mortgage structured on our personal credit, right? We may need to employ a credit partner, right? There's so many different ways and so many different strategies about going about obtaining funding, right? That you really have to understand what are your goals, right? What are you doing, right? And I'll take it even a step further. What type of business are you really funding, right? Is this something that you've proven the concept, right? Is this something that is there a market for what you're doing, right? If this is a startup, fintech, right? Do you even have enough people to have a sample size data set that you could take to a bank and say, hey, we have 80 to 100 subscribers, all paying, X amount of dollars, and we're looking to ramp up? Or is this just something that you kind of just wrote on the back of a napkin, a business plan, and you're kind of hoping and wishing and praying that the bank will give you the funding to get it off the ground? Right. It's a lot of things that go into this whole business funding, business credit hemisphere, right? So if y'all with me, if y'all rocking with me, type of one in the chat. Let me know y'all rocking with me. If this is some good information, this is some good game. I think this is very, very important. This is a very important conversation we need to have, because I'm seeing this more often than not. People say, hey, this person scammed me. This person scammed me. When in reality, a scam could really just be that you aren't prepared, right? You haven't really you haven't done what you needed to do on your end, right? You haven't done the due diligence, right? You haven't went to the top SBA lenders list. You haven't talked to any bankers. You haven't invested in any mentorship. You haven't invested in any type of information outside of, the YouTube channel, right? Um, which is not bad. I'm not, an advocate of paying for information, but you have to invest, family, right? You have to invest. If you've never invested a dollar, why do you expect to get 10x, right? If you can't invest $1,000, why do you expect to get $100,000 in funding? It really is just, I don't see how it is feasible, right? And even myself, right? This one thing, I got Credit Plug, he champions a lot, right? The first hand data points. A lot of this stuff that I'm teaching you, right? I went through the ringer, right? Personal and business. I've networked with, several different people in the space. I've kind of put some time into this, right? I kind of understand what banks look for on applications. I kind of know what banks to kind of start with if we're doing rounds of funding. So you have to kind of just take a step back and understand that what are your goals, right? I see someone say in the chat that yes, I've been scammed, but I would like to ask Latanya, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to come into the live stream. But I would like to ask, in what form or what fashion were you scammed? Did they just take your money and they never heard from you again? I would consider that a scam. But if someone is providing a service and they didn't do it to the level that you deem sufficient based on what you paid, is that really a scam? Right? It's just tough conversation, right? If someone's working on your personal credit profile and in 30 days, if you don't see any results on your personal credit, um, you're saying that person is a scam, but are they following the Fair Credit Reporting Act? Are they doing everything by the book, or are they just doing these sweeps, right? Getting everything removed off a credit report, right? Every single item that's halfway negative, you're removing from a credit report. Now you just cleared off 10, 15, 20 years of credit history and your scores tank, and now they're a scam, right? Or you go to 5 different Facebook groups, ask the same question, you get 5 different answers, so now you're even more confused and you're stuck in the middle of the road and you don't know which way to go, right? This person told you Amex was good, this person told you Chase, this person told, and now you don't know which card to apply for, right? Yeah, is it a scam? I'm just we having church tonight, family. We having conversations. Make sure y'all tap in. If y'all want to cam up, just make sure you got the lighting right. Make sure you got good audio. I want to know. Is this a scam? Are people really scamming out here? I do as much as I can with the channel. I put out a lot of content. I try to do my best to add value to the space. Um, and my name is good out here, right? I'm not, here to toot my own horn, but what I am saying is, be mindful, family, right? The 5 steps are simple. Step 1, form the business. Step 2, become bank compliant. Step 3, list the business. Step 4, open up small vendor trade lines, right? If you really think that you getting a Quill account or you getting a Shell Exxon gas card is going to unlock millions of dollars in funding, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming, family. That's just the basics. That's just the beginning, right? We talk a lot about building a business profile, right? But at the end of the day, family, personal credit is gonna come into play at some point. I'm sorry. It's just the reality, it's the truth. Maybe I'm the one that has to break the bad news to the family, but we got to make sure that we're structuring our personal credit properly, optimizing our personal credit. We don't just want to have a 720. We want to have a fully optimized 720, 740 FICO 8 score, right? And so these are the things that we're going to be teaching you guys this Saturday at the masterclass, okay? When you register, you are going to get a whole day where we teach you how to form the business, how to structure your personal credit, optimizing your personal credit, making sure you're reaching out to the right banks, asking the right questions, right? Every bank that you go to may not have a program that you qualify for, right? So we got to ask these questions. We got to find bank advocates, okay? Not every banker is willing to, go that extra mile for your application, right? If you have negative items on your credit, and the person is telling you, don't worry about it, we'll get you business credit, and you get a bunch of net 30 vendors. I mean, whose fault is that? I'm curious. We having conversations. Y'all let me know in the chat whose fault is that. Um, you know, um, it is what it is, man. So I see a lot of questions in the chat, man. I want to kind of stay on topic, man. We do the weekly Q&As, but today we just having conversations. So for you guys that are putting questions in the chat, we're gonna get to Q&A, but let's have this conversation first, man, about is business credit a scam? Let me know in the chat, do you think business credit is a scam, right? Latonia Clay, she said that, yes, I've been scammed. But my question to you would be, what do you constitute as a scam? I'm just curious, how were you scammed? Did the person just take your money and run? Did they provide a halfway service? Like, what constituted you feeling like you got scammed? I'm just curious. And y'all let me know in the chat. And this is the reason why we're going to be changing up the masterclass, right? So we'll have more information on that probably next week or the week after, but we are going to be changing up some things about the masterclass because we want this information to get out to as many people as possible. But at the same time, we're a small business, right? We have, expenses we have to bring in and generate revenue. So it is what it is, right? One thing I would say is if you can't find 20 pieces of content from anyone that you're working with, whether that's Instagram Reels, YouTube videos, blog posts, whatever the case may be, then maybe you should reconsider if you should work with that person. Okay. A lot of people, when they're posting their services, they talk about things that really aren't important. A 90 Paydex score. It's really not important, right? If you're paying $3,000 to get a 90 Paydex score, it's really not important. So you kind of got to just educate yourself, family. That's what we're here for. That's why we do the YouTube live streams. We're here every week. For those of you that are attending the one-day masterclass on Saturday, we got a special opportunity for you guys, for everybody who's ready to, take it to the next level. If you're ready to, get off the bench and get in the game, we got something coming up for you. But I just want to have conversation, family. Let's see, we got KL Superior says, I don't think it's a scam, but you have to know who you're dealing with and do your own research first. Research is important, especially when you're paying for a service. Absolutely. Like I said, if they don't have 20 pieces of content, if you can't, see any type of, testimonials, whether that's written or video. If you can't find any type of content, any type of receipts, so to speak, you may want to just question it. Now, here's the other parts of that, KO. Even when a person has receipts, their service or their pricing may not fit your budget, but that doesn't mean they're a scam, right? You hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's not that, it's not worth that, it's this or that." It's just not for you, because obviously they get results, right? If they got plenty of receipts, if they got a laundry list of clients who are satisfied and happy, they get results, right? Is it just that it's just not for you, right? So there's it's a two-way street. So that's why I want to have this conversation, man. Is business credit a scam? Yvonne said, "Well, I am very much satisfied with the content and credit I receive. Everyone's circumstances are different." That's totally true, right? And that's one thing that one thing I try to do is I try to identify what your goals are first, right? Because if you are new to building business credit, right, you can get the 80 Paydex cheat sheet, kind of get going, kind of figure out what your rhythm is. And then now you may come back to the live stream and now you got some questions that you've built around, get access to the free cheat sheet, right? Then maybe you take it a step further and now you register for the masterclass where we give you all the breakdown, right? We really show you how to actually build your credit profile so that it's fundable, right? There's a difference between having an 80 payday, a 720 FICO score and having a fundable business profile. So there's a big difference, right? So we teach you that. We show you how to actually go through this step by step, how to fix your own credit, right? If you're in our online training program, we teach you do it yourself credit repair, right? So we're empowering you to kind of go ahead and do it. And if you want to use our services, then there's a fee involved. So I think it's a two-way street, family. I think on the one hand, you do have people who are money grab, right? People who just, they're looking for a lick, a quick come up. But one thing I would say honestly that I pride myself on is that I came in the game just dropping gems, dropping jewels, trying to help the people. Right, the second video that we ever put out on the channel is doing well. We get a lot of views from that video still, and that video was put out well over a year ago. So it just is what it is, man. But I'm curious, man, for those of you who are watching this on the live, have you been scammed out of some money for business credit? And if you want to name names, hey, we can name names, right? But I just wanted to touch on this because I'm seeing this more often than not. People posting about this person, that person, who's a scam, who's not a scam. Let's see. Corey Jenkins says spotlight funding is not a scam, but they don't do any of the work. I've done it all myself. Okay. Spotlight funding. Never heard of them, Corey. Never heard of Spotlight, but that's good to know, man. But other than that, family, man, just be mindful, right? I just want you guys to be mindful when you're building your business profile. My guy Lambo Juice said Alex Miller, don't trust that cat. Okay. I'm not familiar with Alex Miller, but we can't trust him, man. The family say we can't trust you, Alex, so you are off the list. Yeah, Ms. Diane said this is a good topic to discuss. Yeah, I think it is because here's the thing. And this is for any niche, any type of business, right? You're going to have people who are fly by night, come and go, right? But one thing I always try to stress and one thing I always try to do is teach you guys how to do it yourself. Because if you can do it for yourself, right? When you get stuck or when you get to a point where, things hit, you hit a rock in the road, you can at least ask better questions of the people who you plan to hire or use for funding. So the more educated questions that you can ask, the easier it is for you to figure out who's real and who's fake. Okay. And this again is not to call nobody to the carpet. We're not, bringing nobody to the front of the congregation, right? We're not doing any of that. But we are. What I'm asking you guys is to just take a step back, breathe, figure out your goals, and then proceed that way, right? Once you know your goals, once you know where you're trying to go, what journey you're on, hey, I want to fund my trucking business, or I want to get more trucks into my trucking business, right? Those are two different goals. I want to get my first business $20,000 business credit card, or I want to get my first business line of credit. Those are two different goals, right? So there could be two different programs. One could be good, one could not be good, right? Based on your goals. It's very, very important that you get clear on your goals, and that's why I want to get you guys registered for this weekend's masterclass. Okay, I don't want to make this a sales pitch, but if you are interested, we still have seats available. We still got registration over to tomorrow at noon. You just need to text EZ, text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360. Again, that's EZ to 980-825-4360. Because when you come to the masterclass, you're going to get the actual blueprint to build a fundable profile. We're going to give you a list of tier 1 and tier 2 vendors. Okay. We're going to give you the SBA lenders list. We're going to give you the letters to start repairing your credit. Okay, you get all of that as a handout, family. I don't think y'all realize how valuable this masterclass. I literally, and this is not a, I don't want to make this a sales pitch, but I literally had somebody at the last masterclass tell me that I didn't charge enough for it. They literally emailed me and said this class was great, so underpriced. So again, for those of you who are on the fence, if you're thinking about signing up, you got till tomorrow at 12 noon to get inside of the Facebook group and get signed up. Miss Kenya CEO, if you text EZ, so if you text the letter EZ to 980-825-4360. And again, for those of you who are attending the masterclass, one thing too with VIP, right? So the VIPs, you actually get 2 extra hours. So the actual masterclass is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., right? And it will be left inside of the Facebook group. So if you can't make it live, the recording will be up for 48 hours in the Facebook group. So don't feel like you have to actually be live in attendance, okay? Pedro, this is not an all-day thing. It's from 10 a.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. But if you do the VIP, right, you get an extra hour before the actual live stream, and then you get an extra hour of Q&A after the live stream, Pedro. So you can actually pick my brain, ask questions. Once you go through the material, right, you'll have a better framework from which to ask your questions, Pedro. So again, just text EZ to 980-825-4360 if you want to get signed up for the one-day masterclass. And again, like I said, if you can't attend live, is no worries, because it will be up in our Facebook group. The recording will stay up for 48 hours. So you have 48 hours to go through the material. You'll get all the handouts, all the credit repair letters. You'll get all the templates for that. You'll get all of the net 30 vendors in tier 1. You'll get the tier 2 vendors. We give you a bunch of handouts, the bank list, the whole nine. We give you everything you need to go ahead and get your first or your next $100,000 in business funding. Okay, Pedro? But other than that, family, let's take some questions real quick before we get out of here, man. I know this is an interesting topic, but it's very, very needed. So I just want to have that conversation with y'all tonight, man. Y'all my family. We the CBCA Network family. So I wanted to come to have this conversation with you all because, you know, I'm hearing this more and more. This person scammed me. This person scammed me. But in reality, is it more so a scam or what's really going on, right? Belinda, if you shoot me an email, info@cbcanetwork.com, I can get the link to you. We sent it out to everybody who emailed us, but just email me, info@cbcanetwork.com, and we can get the link to you. No worries. All right, Miss Belinda. Hope to see you on Saturday. I appreciate you for tapping in with us. Also, what do y'all think about the vlog videos, man? I want some feedback. What do y'all think about the vlogs? Should we keep doing them? Should we? Nah, it's a wrap on those, fam. Y'all let me know. But yes, Ms. Belinda, please shoot me an email at info@cbcanetwork.com. What questions do y'all have? Let's do some Q&A real quick before we get out of here tonight, family. Y'all let me know what questions do you have before we wrap this up. Hey, Sister Nigga says she loved the vlog, loved the blogs. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think it's just a switch up, man, because I'm giving you thoughts in real time. Things that are kind of just going through my head throughout the week. So I just try to present the information in a different way, right? You got a lot of talking head type videos, which we'll be having more of those, but I try to do the vlogs just to tap in with the people. Um, so Latanya said, more like I paid for trade lines and I found out most information on my business credit report wasn't correct. He wasn't willing to fix the issues of false reporting. Okay. Got it. Got it. Big Sip said, keep getting denied for capital on tap and Brex. What am I doing wrong? Man, I got denied for capital on tap. It could be the business profile, because they check the Experian business and personal. They do a soft pull on Experian. I would have to look at honestly, Big Sip, I would have to look at your profile on your personal Experian to really give you a good answer. But just off the top of my head, it's probably something on the business profile that maybe you put in. Because on Experian profiles, I notice a lot, they'll have multiple business addresses. So maybe the address that you're using when you apply is different on the business Experian profile. I really can't say without really seeing the profile, Big Sip. But if you shoot me an email, I know you attended our January masterclass. If you send me an email, I have the ability to pull business credit profiles now for Experian and Credit Strong. Oh, excuse me, Credit Safe. Sorry about that. My guy BRK says still finding tons of value in the vlogs. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. And Willis said, love the vlogs, keep them coming. Okay. All right. So y'all rocking with the vlogs. I like that. Appreciate y'all, family. Let's see. Yolanda Rouser says, if I already have relationships with Amex and Citi, can I just apply for business cards or should I build the Paydex first? Now, that's a great question, Yolanda. What I suggest you do, and this is just my suggestion, you can kind of take it however, I would still build the business profile. And the reason why is because let's say you have a 760 FICO score and you go to Citi and Amex and get business credit cards. You can get, a $15,000-$20,000 business credit card, right? Just from having a relationship. But let's say if you build the business profile, you get the 3 trade unique payment experiences, and you now have a Paydex score. Now that $20,000 business credit card can be a $35,000-$40,000 business credit card just from having the profile. Now that doesn't always happen. You want to make sure that you optimize your personal credit profile. So if you are kind of like, hey, I need to go ahead and pull the trigger, I would say do so before the Paydex. But if you can wait, right? If you can build the profile, I would say if you're in a position to build a profile and you're not necessarily needing the money like tomorrow, then yes, go ahead and build the Paydex out first. Yeah, that's what I would do. But great question, Yolanda. Great question. My guy said keep them coming. All right, fam. We're gonna keep them coming in. We're gonna drop another one this week, man. Corey Jenkins said, do you think it's a good idea to take your time while you work on your net 30s? Now, when you say take your time, do you mean not applying for any accounts until your net 30s report? I'm kind of lost on what you mean by, do you think it's a good idea to take your time while you work on your net 30s? Are you saying take your time as in don't reach out to banks? Is that what you're asking? I'm just curious. KO Superior said, do you know how I can update my credit profile with Experian? Equifax is reporting incorrect info. My sales employees are incorrect. I'm afraid someone got accounts in my business name. Yeah, so KO Superior, what I would do is I would I'll put a link in the description to get you half off on the business Experian annual fee. I think it's $189 annually, but you can get it for half off, so it'll be like $90. That's what I would do, KO Superior. I would get that, and then I would send off disputes within the online portal for Experian. Now, as far as Equifax, you may need to send them an actual letter. You may need to update it via letter. So send it on like a letterhead telling them that this information is reported incorrectly. So pull your NAV report, circle what's wrong, and then send that in a letter. That's the best thing I would do. William Smith said, fell for the okie doke, paid a company to find me business credit. They only found personal credit. I could have went on Credit Sesame or Credit Karma and got these same results. Dang. Yeah, man. I'm just curious, William, if you don't want to disclose it, it's perfectly fine. But I'm just curious, what fee did they charge you? I'm just curious. It said I've updated all my business profile. Then it must be that they just don't like us, fam. They deny me too, bro. I'm really not 100% sure. Big sip. I really don't have it. I mean, I don't know. What's your experience personal? Are you over 680? That could be the reason. Just it is what it is. Yvonne said, whenever I apply, I check my experience first to see how my business is reporting. That's a smart way to do it. That's a smart way to do it. Ms. Yvonne go be VIP with us this Saturday. KO Superior said, I check my NAV and the only info that is correct is my DNB. Others are way off and not sure how they got that info. Yeah, I would just get the half off discount that we'll put in the link in the description. So you can get Experian profile for half off. I think it's like $89 or 90 something dollars or something like that. I would just do that. And then once you set up a username, log in, you'll get access to your Experian business credit profile. And then there's a tab in there where you can actually go in and update things and make changes. So that's what I would do, KO Superior, if I were you. All right, we'll take a few more questions, man. Y'all make sure y'all like the video, man. I'm trying to get my numbers up, man. I want to get the subscribers up so we can get more people into the business funding family, CBCA network. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share this video out, and let's do it. So Brian A says, do you still have the link for half off for 1 year Experian business? The last link was only for Brex card users. I've been hearing that. I'm gonna have to figure out a way because I thought it was just 50% off. I actually got that from my guy Josh at Get Business Credit. So I'm gonna have to figure out a workaround for that, Brian. I'll work on that because I had a client tell me the same thing. Let's see. Yolanda said, I'm only a month old, so I can't wait. I would also love a bit more info for people in the e-com space. Everyone seems to be in real estate or transportation. So yeah, Yolanda, if you attend the 1-day masterclass, we actually cover how to actually set your profile up under the e-commerce umbrella. So that's a great point. You do find that most people are seeking funding for their business to get into trucking or real estate. I will agree with you on that. A lot of people in those two industries do reach out to me, myself, as well as probably other people in the business funding, business credit space. So, yeah, we could definitely tap in on the e-commerce because, I mean, it's very lucrative, very, very lucrative. All right, we'll take these last few questions. So, KO Superior said, I tried the link, but it said I had to have a Brex account. Yeah, so I'll figure that out, KO Superior. But what I would say is if you can swing the 189, if it's not a stretch to pay the full price, I will go ahead and pay it because it's actually cheaper than NAV. It's actually cheaper than NAV if you think about it, if you're looking at it from a yearly perspective. Only in Alaska. What's going on? It says, if your personal account messed up, how can you or your personal business from not getting your social security number? I don't think I understand this one. I'm going to read it again. If your personal account messed up, how can you your personal business from not getting your social security number? I don't understand that question. Yeah, I don't understand that one. Only Alaska. You have to elaborate on that one, brother. CO Blizz says, what's up, big homie? 3 months old, officially a year under the table, getting a lot of deposit requests, but not denials. Yeah, it's probably due to did you list the business? Do you have like a Google My Business profile? A lot more banks are looking at 411. They're looking at, your online presence. They're looking at those things. Because they want to make sure that you're not fly by night. They just want to see that you took the extra time to actually legitimize your business. So it could be those CO Blizz. Now, the BP MasterCard is still pretty easy to get in tier one. If you have to put up a deposit, $200, $300 deposit, $500 deposit, um, I say do so for the BP MasterCard because it reports to all three business bureaus. So that would be my recommendation, bro. But you can still probably get, Quill, which right now they paused the reporting till April. You still got NTB is a great tier one. Uline is pretty good as long as you list it with 411. They check your website too. So you got some other options, CEO Blizz, to build your profile. The main thing I would say is start focusing on your personal credit, making sure that's optimized. If you're not sure what optimizing your personal credit means, it just basically means having a personal credit profile that allows you to go in multiple banks and pull funding, right? So you can go to Navy Federal, you can go to Chase, you can go to Amex, you can go to all these different banks. You can go to True Lion Federal Credit Union. And every bank will approve you for funding because you have a fundable profile. And if you want more information about that, definitely tap into the masterclass this Saturday, where we'll be kind of explaining that brick by brick, step by step on how to actually build your fundable profile. Okay, so not to use the social security number if my banking account messed up. I know I got to fix the credit, right? Yeah. We got to work on the personal credit. So, Alaska, if you come to the masterclass on Saturday, we will be giving you the handout. So we'll give you over 20 different credit dispute letter templates, okay, to actually start working on that. Because you need to get that going. And we also teach you some steps and some tricks and tips on how to actually start disputing things that are negative on your personal credit. So it's not just business funding. We teach you how to structure your personal credit. We teach you how to optimize. And then we also teach you how to fix whatever negative items you have. So we cover every aspect of personal credit at the one-day masterclass. Yvonne said, unfortunately, when you apply for business credit due to the Patriot Act, they need your social. Yep, that's correct. Even for business bank accounts, it's just a requirement. It's just a requirement. Oh, okay. William said it was a $5K fee for about $50K in working capital, but they were all personal credit lines. Really could have went to Credit Sesame for free. That's a good point. Yeah, I agree. Juanetta says just got approved for Sam's Club and Home Depot, 8,000 for both. I'm currently waiting on Amazon. Absolutely, congratulations, man! I told y'all the streak continues. The streak continues every single week on the live streams, man. We getting approvals every week. You see it right here. Just got approved for Sam's Club and Home Depot, $8,000 a piece. And waiting on Amazon. So good luck to you with Amazon, Juanetta. Congratulations for taking action. That's super, super happy for you. Super proud of you. Now it's time to go and find some of those local banks and do the rinse and repeat, man. But salute to you. Congratulations for sure. That's big, man. City is great. They report to all three business bureaus. So that Home Depot is a big win. Latonia Clay says, I have a trucking business. I would like to expand my business. I'm looking to finance more equipment and capital to build a mobile home park. I also have an LLC for digital marketing agency. Okay. Yeah, tap in with us for the masterclass. We will have a new program. I don't want to announce it yet. I want to make sure that we save that for all the ones who attend Saturday. I want to give everybody who's an action taker the ability to get first dibs, first access on this new program that we have available, Latanya. But definitely we'll be bringing back the strategy calls. I love to learn more about, how our team can help you with the funding. Yeah, absolutely, Juanetta. You definitely crushing it. 2 approvals in one day. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, man. But listen, family, I'm gonna get out of here. I know this was kind of an off the script live stream. Usually is more upbeat and we having fun, we having church. So Latanya, let me see if I can put this on the screen one last time. So if you text the letters EZ to 980-825-5444, 4360 Latanya, then you can get access to the link that will actually take you to where you can register. And Ian Willis, thank you. I forgot the topic was so deep that I didn't even get into the giveaway. So here's what we're gonna do, family. Here's what I need you to do. I'm gonna write down a number, and I need everybody who's watching this who wants to get a ticket, giveaway ticket, right? I need you to put a number in the chat, and whoever the two people that are closest to this number, we're gonna get you hooked up with VIP seats. So I'm gonna write down my number, and you guys type your number in the chat, and we'll get you guys entered. All right. So somebody said, thank you for the content. I got approved for the Shell Fleet. Nice. Okay, Ebony put 8. All right. Let's see. Who else? Who else wants a free VIP ticket to the masterclass on Saturday? Big Sip put a 5. Miss Diane, you already coming. So you locked in. Let's see. Pedro put 42. Okay. Big Daddy B put 33. All right. Man. All right. I'm just writing down. Yvonda, you're very welcome. Lavonda, you're very welcome. Kevin put 66. Kevin put the 66. Now 2 people put 11. Okay. Let's see. All right. So 2 people put the same number. So I don't know how we're gonna do that. Miss Diane, you didn't get the email either? Okay. I sent out the email Tuesday. All right, I'm gonna have to resend that. I'm gonna have to forward you guys the email. So you and Belinda. It's interesting. You should have got it. All right, Larry. So all right, so we got 2 winners. We got Andre. All right. All right. All right. So we got our winners. I think we got our winners, y'all. It was tough though, because 2 people put the same number in the chat. So here's our 2 winners. We got Big B and Lavonda. So Big B and Lavonda, if you're watching this, shoot me an email with your email information. Just shoot me an email, info@cbcanetwork.com. You guys were the closest. Do y'all want to know what the number actually was? So Big B and Lavonda, make sure y'all email me so we can get you access to the VIP tickets for this Saturday. And shout out to my homie Lambo Drew as well, man. Lambo Drew, he did a giveaway last night, so we got 2 more VIPs we gave away last night. I might do a live stream tomorrow and do another giveaway, so y'all tap in and make sure you turn on your notification bells. But Big B and Lavonda, Banks, shoot me an email because you guys will be coming to the masterclass free of charge, VIP, baby. But listen, fam. Other than that, we gonna get out of here, man. We're gonna keep it pushing. I know we got on late. I apologize for that, but I hope to see every last one of you guys Saturday on this week's masterclass. We're gonna have a good time. You can ask anybody who's been in the past. My guy Santana. So CEO Blizz, before we leave, the masterclass general admission is $97, VIP is $297. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, so VIP is $297, general admission is $97. And we're gonna make some tweaks to that for the next masterclass. But I got something special for everybody who attends this particular masterclass. We got something very special in store that I think a lot of people can find useful. Thank you, Ms. Diane. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, family. So yeah, other than that, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. What was the number? Oh, what was the number? It was 25. The actual number that I wrote down was 25. So Big B and Lavonda became the closest to the number. Big Daddy B said, "You are the best." I appreciate that, fam. But anyway, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience. And make sure you turn on your notification bell. We do the live streams every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. I appreciate you for rocking with me. And let me know in the comments, is business credit really a scam? Is it a scam? Are people scamming? We want to know. The people want to know, family. So y'all put that in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one next week, fam. All right, take care. Y'all be easy.